I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody.
This is Pro Evolution Soccer 2017, also known as PES 2017, and at the time of recording, it's the most recent release of Konami's flagship football game, that's soccer for the Americans watching. Now, personally, I think it's a great game and it addresses a lot of the issues present in the 2016 edition, with goalkeepers in particular given a massive overhaul. It plays fantastically, and I've applied the authentic scripts and team names using an update from pesworld.co.uk. Now, at the time of making this video, I've had PES 2017 for around 3 days, and while I was playing it earlier, I was thinking to myself about the previous games in the PES family. I've owned a lot of them, and I was just thinking about, the silk animation, the great visuals, and the razzmatazz of the modern soccer game, not just in PES, but also in FIFA, which is, the alternative, which is also a great game. But how about the early games in the series, the PES series that is? How about the PlayStation 1 games in the PES, the great PES Pantheon? How do they hold up today? The only one I own is ISS Pro Evolution 2 on the PlayStation 1, so I thought I'd give it a quick go and record my reactions to how it plays and how it differs to the most recent in the PES family. Here we go. Okay, so here we are with Pro Evolution Soccer 2 on the PlayStation 1. Long story short, since the last little bit of footage from PES 17, I've spent about an hour trying to get this working. I initially tried to get the PlayStation 2 to run in sort of pseudo HD mode on the Elgato HD through Component and then Composite, and neither of them would work properly, so I'm now using an actual PlayStation 1 through my little USB August iGrabber device, and it seems to be working. So let's carry on. So I'm going to be England. I'm going to choose Germany to play against, like the old firm derby. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to go for random. Just really want to show you some footage of the game in action and some gameplay, really. As I say, these loading screens are coming up because it is being used on an actual PlayStation. I always get people saying to me on my comments, "You're using an emulator, blah, blah, blah." I'm not using an emulator. I'm actually using a proper PlayStation. So, like I lump it, I don't know. However, here we go. The Oval Stadium. Let's play. There we go. Proper old school PlayStation 1 graphics. I haven't played this in about 20 years, I have to say. Or maybe that's alright. The controls are exactly the same. R1 is to sprint. X is to pass. Oh, been tackled there. Yeah, X is to tackle as well. Triangle is through ball.
No offside.
Obviously, it's not as fancy as the PlayStation 4 version, this being on the PlayStation 1. Does it hold up? Yeah, I think so. It still plays quite well. All of the fundamentals that are present in the other games are present here, obviously in a more basic form, but it does look quite interlaced, and again I apologise for that. That's because of the device I'm using to capture this footage. I'm also using my iPhone to capture what I'm saying, so again, if that sounds bad, then I apologise for that. But for the most part, I think this is quite a serviceable game. It's true that when you go back and play games from previous generations, or at least 2 or 3 generations prior to what you used to, it can be quite jarring. Certainly things like on the Saturn as well, things like Sega Worldwide Soccer 98 are pretty bad now, even though back in the day they seemed to be the bee's knees, but this still holds up, to be honest. Also, if you are a really good Pro Evolution player and you're watching me play this now and I'm shit, then I apologise. I've never claimed to be good at the game, but at least let me get a shot on target. Come on!
Minutes have gone.
That creaky noise is me furiously smashing every button I can on the controller. Right. Come on! No! So yeah, the question is Pro Evolution 17 versus Pro Evolution Soccer 2 on the PlayStation 1. Does it hold up? Yes. Yes, it does. It's still a great game. And yeah, I think I'm going to stop the video now because otherwise it's just going to be me playing this for the next 20 minutes. But yeah, it's a good game. And play it because it's still great. I think I've answered my own question. Anyway, thanks for watching and goodbye.